of Off the Record with myself, Deli, the biggest baddest, Chantel, and Kashif, our new addition to the team. Great addition to the team, guys. So tonight, we're ready. We're ready. We hope you're ready. Everybody ready. We got this. So, first off, late night. Late night. I hope you got water because trust me, you're going to get thirsty. I hope you got a little bit of alcohol because trust me, you're going to want to be nice. And I hope you got some snacks because why not? It's food. Okay, guys? So, this episode, I'm going to dub it the Carnival Edition. Okay? So, we're going to be reviewing the costumes for the St. Kate's Sugar Mass, which is going to be in December and January, officially launching in November. We're going to also have an amazing letter tonight. And you know, the letter is always the best. I'm not gonna, but the letter is always the best addition for the night, for the show. Okay? And also, Sean, what else are we gonna talk about?
Of course, we're going to talk about budgeting for the carnival season because, carnival coming up and we have a tendency to spend all our money. So we just want you to go through the carnival season with budgeting in mind because January going to come and we know how January just hold us in with throat, right? So don't let January hold you in your throat too much with these tips that we're going to be talking about this evening.
You ain't gonna hold me, because I don't eat noodles all the time, so I ain't gonna be nothing new.
Kashif, you going to hold you?
Man, as Deli said, ramen is the thing. We're going to hold out to the 30th of January, right?
Hold on to pede. Hold on to pede.
That's basically the
That's
third
basically the next
That's
January
crazy.
month,
Yeah,
and
man.
things gonna be hard.
That's crazy.
Kashif, when we see you looking a little slim, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Mind your business. If you see us looking a little slim, mind your
Mind your
business.
business,
We had
you know.
fun in December.
We
This is
had
a new
fun.
year. We all about losing weight or whatever. That's how we gonna dub it. We ain't telling you that we spend all our money, even though that's what we do. Yeah.
Call it the ramen jumpstart diet.
Of course. And just mind your business. Yeah.
I love that. The ramen jumpstart diet.
Gaia. But guys, tell us, what's been what happened this week? How the week going so far, guys?
My week is going amazing. I have resigned from work. Okay, guys. Jobless. And it feels amazing. Okay, let me not say it like that. I have another job lined up, which I'm going to start in about 2 weeks or so. A week. A week? Yeah, in about a week, which is great. So I'm relaxing and going out and eating food and just not being an adult for right now.
Yeah, so people that come on social media in front, you hear how she starts out, she jobless and life is going amazing and very. She...
I mean, do you have instructions about how to get there? Because I'm kind of jealous right now.
To be jobless?
Wow.
But first of
Well,
all,
she's eating.
I saved, which is why I'm great. I have money that I can still spend even though I'm not working right now. I still have money that I can spend.
So you budgeted pretty well before you quit your job.
Because I'm smart.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Smart.
Yes. So Shan, how was your week?
My week has been good so far. I was happy for the rain on Monday. We got to go home early. I was ecstatic about that, to be honest, because when rain falling, I want to be home. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be outside when rain falling. I want to be home under my pillow, under my sheet.
Under your pillow?
Sorry.
Under your
Under
pillow.
my sheets.
I mean, some people sleep under their pillows.
Thank you, Kashi. Thank you. Under my sheets, drinking some hot cocoa, doing what I like in that kind of way. So.
All right. Well, for me, I mean, when it rains, it's more work. So I've been really busy. I've just been out and about, So I'm jealous of all the hot cocoa drinkers sleeping underneath their pillows. That's why I really want Deli to, WhatsApp me, Deli. Send me that guide.
I got you.
I'll start saving now. Ramen diet, which I'm starting it right here, right now. But it's been a very challenging week, but I love what I do. And, when you're passionate about what you do, you just keep going.
Because if you do realize, like, a lot of our followers right now, they have no idea what you do.
Oh, so I sell Bibles on the corner of Domino's,
Tap.
right? And Each Bible costs $15. I have all the versions, and you just pull up on me, your local Bible seller, and I'll work with you. I'll give you a special discount. You get two for $14, right?
What?
Don't-
One for 15 and two for 14?
Don't worry about
Don't
it.
mash
It's written.
Don't knock the man hustle.
It's written. So come out, get your
I don't
Bibles.
even anybody believe in
When
this right
when it
now.
rains, you need the protection of the
Holy
word.
Spirit, of course.
Of course. But on a serious note, I'm actually an environmentalist. I'm a conservation officer, an environmental scientist. So a lot of my job entails dealing with nature, coastal monitoring, protected areas. I big on climate change. So I'm working for a better living environment for everyone out there, and just trying to keep y'all happy on Wednesday night time with these two beautiful ladies.
Okay, ladies. So basically, he cares about nature, which means he's going to care about you. So slide in the DMs.
Perfect
You
wingman.
gotta be my life coach.
Perfect wingman.
Yeah.
That's Deli.
And-
Alright, Deli, tell us what's going on TikTok. Guys, you're live on TikTok for the first time. Just scroll down and tell us, like, want to say good night to some of our listeners. Antonio Ferron. Good night, Antonio. Good night, Jelani the Barber. Good night, Sim. Good night, Prince Spencer. Good night to everybody. Good night, Cool Youth. You were on with me last night. Guys, I went live on TikTok last night. And I was basically talking about Willetta. And can I tell you, the amount of people who were excited to give their input about the little letter. But I'm not going to get into it because we have to get into it later. So in the meantime, let's get into the conversation where we review some of these carnival costumes, because my word, some of these hot.
I've been waiting for this all week.
Hot. And if you've seen them, we want you to join the conversation, and you can by calling us at 466-0903 and or 466. That's 466-0903, or you can WhatsApp call us at 1-869-765-7160. That's 1-869-765-7160 to join the conversation and tell us what you think about these costumes. So, before we get into it, right, we're going to allow you to go grab your snacks. We're going to allow you to go get in your cozy place. This is OTR, where we have all the conversations that our words having with your hosts, Shan, Deli, and Kashif. We'll be right back. OTR Nation, prepare yourself. This is gonna be a show to remember with your host, Welcome back, and we're gonna get right into the conversation where we review some of these carnival costumes. I know that we all anticipated the launch of all these carnival costumes. We've been off the road for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
2 years, yeah.
So we're going back on the road, and I think that we're going back on the road in style because these costumes, these mass bands, they did not come to play.
It's just
They brought out all the stops.
works of art, I tell you.
I tell you, I was amazed. I was amazed at what some of them came out with. So we're gonna go right into the first mass band, which is Ultra.
when we talk about budgeting, we're not trying to sound condescending or make you feel like we're talking down to you or better than you. So we just want everybody to be prepared for the season and to be prepared after the season, correct? So the first thing I want to highlight is it's now 2 years since Carnival, I must say since COVID, and everything has gone up from living expenses to the cost of food to your daily utility bills, and things can be tough, but as I think was mentioned earlier in the show, you've worked hard all year. We've been gone for 2 years. You want to come out, you want to revel, you want to have a good time, and you're trying to figure out how to balance all of that, and not only knowing that our carnival season is at the height of Christmas. So then you have gifts for your family, you want to do special Christmas things, or you want to eat up before you actually go on the road. So how do we manage and do all of that while working on a budget and trying to make sure that, we're good for the next year? So I'll make this segment very simple. Get a boops, man.
Oh my God.
Just boops the money.
Really, Kashi?
Watch here. Watch. They say Nevis man make $2,000 a month, right? Another books $3,000 a month. So go Nevis, get a money, man.
That's your best advice
That's like the ultimate advice.
to get a bops man.
All right. So on a serious note, we want to start budgeting out our money, and we want to start doing this at like a very early point in the year, maybe from either the first quarter or the second quarter in the year. You want to, get a small little diary, a notebook, a journal, and start writing out, what's your overall salary, and you start deducting your utilities, your life needs. Professionals would tell you that for entertainment and for luxury, you want to save about 10% of your salary. So if you make $2,000, you're saying
You save 200.
so you save 200, and a lot of people might not be capable of that. So then we have to break down your salary even further, whether you're making money on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis, and how much you make, and put away what you can. Sometimes an extra box of KFC or Uncle T's is not necessary tonight, right? Sometimes that same $20 to $30 could go into a little jar, which is my Lux money, my Ultra money, and my Fun Vibes money, and you start building up, because these troops are getting cheaper, and Lord the hot, Lord the sexy. We just went through just some. We have more to go, and I'm sure those of you watching on the live right now were just like, oh my God, how do I get into this? I want to be here. And some of you might not even be prepared for this year, but by next year, I promise you, we'll get it running. And one of our biggest de facto things as black people is that every time we get a little free money, we feel like, bye, we reward ourselves, and then we keep rewarding ourselves until the money done.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about that for a minute. Like, how many of you are like, okay, am I payday? Oh, I'm going to have a nice breakfast. I'm going to have a nice lunch. Maybe go to dinner. Right? And then you're like, oh, boy, I can put up this money for the next 2 weeks. I want this dress, and so I'm going to hold it. And then the next day, your stomach start rumbling, and you hear a coworker say, bye, I got down by Marsha with the $60 lobster. Right? How much are it? No, free. Shani. How many times the $60 lobster catch all the ribs deli? How much?
Well, I don't eat lobster, but I understand where you're coming from, because for me, every time I get paid, it has come to this point because I'm such a spendthrift that my salary, it just automatically goes to this account, that account, this, I can't touch it. I know I'm saving here, I can't touch it at all. Because if I have it in my hand and I see something, I am going to buy it. I am not disciplined. I'm the worst person to come to ask about budgeting, to ask about saving. I'm the worst person, because if I want it, I'm going to buy it. So that's something I'm working on.
But maybe you're not the worst person, because like you just stated, you send your money directly to savings accounts that you can't touch.
Right.
And guys, if you are listening, listen carefully. what you can do is go to your bank and open a fixed savings account. Do it the 1st of January. Well, that's a holiday. So the 3rd?
The
Do
fourth,
it
the
the
fourth.
4th. Do it the first week of January. And I think you can open the account with like $100. And every time you get paid, carry $100.
Even that. Even
Take $100. By the end of the year, that money could go towards your costume. That money could go towards Christmas shopping, food, and we get the duty free at
Duty off,
the
off.
duty reduced
Right.
VAT
Reduced, yes.
and all of those good stuff at the end of the year to accommodate Christmas shopping and all of those good stuff. You can use your money towards those, but don't save your money under your bed, because as soon as something come up, you're gonna spend the money.
Deli, you're really a scholar, but I'm really giving you the hat tonight. Like, literally, I can't even ask you a question because at the start of the show, you done say, are you done save up enough to quit my job till I get to my next job? You're out here living life, going to dinners and stuff. And folks, you heard that, right? Like, from the start, Deli done set the precedence. I saved for what I wanted, and I am here now, comfortable, right?
Yeah, like I've worked in the financial sector for a good couple years, and I was in the position where I had to advise people on how to spend their money, because you find that people come, they have their salary, and when I was growing up, my mom, she always told me, in order for a poor person to live comfortably, they have to put themselves in debt. I never understood what she meant until I started working as a loan officer. Because when you see people come in to take loans, a lot of the times, people who take loans are people who have money in the bank.
Makes sense. Actually, I agree with that.
So you don't take up all of your liquid cash and go and spend it. And then if something happens, you have no cash. So what they do is they take a loan where they can pay back $300 every month
Correct.
and have money in your bank account still. So guys, if your salary is able to handle a loan payment, take a carnival loan.
So I was actually
Take
going
a
to get to that,
carnival
but Deli,
loan.
man, I think I need to give you like a doctorate degree tonight. The printer is in the back working, right? Because I'm going to work on something for you because...
I appreciate it. I love to be recognized for my intelligence and my beauty, of course. So I will accept all awards and certificates that you have for me. Okay?
I would just like to say maybe you need to go into consultation. Just think about it when
Well, I can, and I can do it for free. I don't mind, guys. If you have any questions about the best way to move forward in saving, getting your hand on some cash, check me out. If you have things at home that you're not using, you can sell them and put the money in your account. If you have clothes, you've worn it one time, you can sell it. There are people who buy stuff in thrift shops. That is what they are for. I know in St. Kitts we ain't want nobody don't know and all kind of things, but nobody got to know what you're doing.
exactly.
You ain't got to go out and tell people I buy this dress from this girl. She wear it one time, but I buy it because, it was in my budget. Don't tell nobody your business. Walk in silence. Buy the shirt, buy the dress, buy the shoes. At least at the end of the day, you're going to have money in your pocket and you ain't going to be hungry like some people eating ramen. Okay?
Deli, I'm falling
Okay.
in love all over again, and I think I need to put back my marriage proposal on the table.
And again, I will have to deny it,
Wow.
Kashif.
Okay. I can try again before the night done. But so I just want to reinforce what Deli says. And in the holiday season, there are a lot of options available. There are carnival loans. First Federal started this major thing back in 2019 where you can get a loan for your carnival costume. I think they're partnering with, is it Lux right now?
I think it's in Lux.
Yes. I think
Maybe
it's
DFX as well.
DFX as well. And you can go and you can get a loan and pay the amount you can afford over time. And as Deli said, you don't have to use up all the money. The Boops man could pay for something else. The ham and the turkey and sadia. So you need the Boops money for that. So other
Oh gosh, Creamy reach. Good night, Creamy. Creamy said, next thing you look, the girl said, look, she in my shirt. First of all, how much of this shirt was made? How she know me? I mean, she gonna know I buy it from her, but nobody else gonna know. It's my word against hers. So I gonna just ignore her for one. And if she's persistent, I tell her mind she business, and people gonna be like, yeah, well, she don't mind she business. She thinks she's the only one who had a shot like that.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, guys. So budgeting for the carnival is what we are talking about, guys. So don't get lost in all of my beautiful voice and the wonders of the foolishness Kashif over there talking. Okay? So what I am going to tell you, my advice to you, I know it's already late in the year, so you can consider doing the loans. I think Fun Vibes also has a payment plan.
Yes.
You can do that.
And
Yes.
Naughty as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
visit your bank, talk to a loan officer, see if you can get some advice if it's that serious to you, if it's that important to you to join in any mass camp, if you need funds to shop for groceries, if you need a new fridge. I don't understand it. Every Christmas, Kittians need a new fridge, they need a new bed, and they need a sofa. Every year, you
what's
ever
up with-
realize?
What's up with that?
I don't know.
I
What's up
don't
with
know.
that?
Like y'all just be mashing up these fridge every
Throughout the
year
year.
just so y'all could go and buy a fridge
Maybe
or
they have
buy a bed.
different-
I don't know.
Maybe every year it's just a cultural thing. Like, oh well,
I
I
have to
got
suit out my
that
house.
shoot out. It's like getting curtains, new
You
curtains
know.
for the
Right.
Christmas
I mean, that's a
season.
must. That's a must. You have
You
to
know,
get
you got
your
some
curtains.
people that
See,
does
me as a man, that's not a must. For
That's
me.
not okay. I
curtains.
understand. Yes, curtains is a
The
must.
amount of curtains people does got
Your
right. They don't
table-
need to be buying a curtain.
Your table decorations is a must, of course.
And see, another part we come to budgeting for the Christmas season. Separate your wants from your needs, especially when you know that there are certain leisure events that you want to do.
Exactly,
That is true.
Chantel.
You can't do everything. When you see Susie do next door, you don't have to do it. When you know the troop you're going in costs X amount, and you want to do Juve, you want to go to Carnival Queen pageant, and
And
you're
you
buying
want
$500 worth in curtains.
yes, and you want 3 sides on your Christmas lunch. You want ham, you want turkey, you want pork, you want oxtail, you want fish, you still want coleslaw, everything. You have to, guys, you have to take a pen and paper and write down what you need and what you want. What you
Exactly.
need is what the money is supposed to go to first. What is left over, then you can consider your wants. But you also have to consider that some of that money should remain in your savings account.
Ah, yes, I agree.
Guys.
I agree.
Right.
You cannot go and spend all your money and then January morning when everything done settle down, you're out here like I should have saved up some of that money there, you know, because now I gotta eat some bread and butter and that's it.
Exact. Can't even
Bread,
afford ramen.
butter and that's it. And that's a meal, including the that's it. That's a meal. Plus some water
It's everybody
to wash it
knows.
down.
Some swank. I think they
Some
that's
sugar water.
Could've
Look
afford
sharp, they
sugar.
can't even afford the
You
sugar.
can't afford the sugar. And we all know January is a whole year on its own.
Yeah.
You get paid on the
It's the
48th
best
of
month, but we
January.
understand. We understand.
Oh yeah, is your guide so rough, you know?
What do you mean?
Okay. Anyway,
But what about those individuals who are traveling to St. Kitts for the carnival season? Remember, they have to consider airfare and they may have to stay in a hotel, Airbnb, and whatever.
if you got
What
boobs,
about
man, you
those?
ain't gonna stand.
What about booking flights?
First of
Go
all,
there.
if you're going to travel for a carnival, you should know better. You should know that you book your flight months in advance because the flights, the tickets, the prices go up the closer to the date of the event. Liat out here robbing people blind digging out the eye.
Hold on,
So
I think we
if
have a caller, Dilly.
okay, guys, we have a caller.
Oh, the person
Oh, they
hung
hung
up.
up.
Okay. You can call back.
You can call back, guys. So yeah, buy your ticket in advance, and if you're coming from like the United States, then you have the advantage of your currency being a little bit more than ours. So you take that into consideration also. And if you're gonna come to St. Kitts, you have to stay in a hotel. don't spend all your money to come down here for 3 days to walk up in the street and then go home and you ain't got nothing in your pantry.
Exactly. So you sometimes you don't even need to go to Park Hyatt, and I heard the word Airbnb thrown around, and sometimes that's just affordable for whatever you want to do. As Delhi say, you only here for 3 days.
Right, and
Yeah,
the thing
well-
about it is that when I travel, I'm sorry, but I am not, unless I'm going to be staying in the hotel for the majority of my vacation. If I'm going to be outside for the majority of the time I'm there, I don't need no luxury, nothing really. I'm not gonna choose the worst place to stay, but I'm gonna choose a place that is secured, that is clean and comfortable enough for me to sleep the 2-3 hours that I'm going to sleep, and then I'm back out again. Because so you don't have to spend this lot of money on the most expensive place, so you can just take pictures, and unless you're a content creator, that I understand. But if you're not gonna spend the majority of your time at your home, as in the Airbnb, the hotel, whatever, wherever you're staying, you don't have to go expensive on that. You really don't, because you're not gonna spend most of your time there.
Yes, and I agree with Chantal in that, especially when we go on vacation, sometimes we just plan our whole budget around the vacation, spend everything, blow all the money. Oh, I had a good time. You come back, you have nothing left, and you're working twice as hard to make ends
Right.
meet, make up for your bills, and sometimes we just need to think about it. Everybody doesn't have to go to the Ritz Carlton. Everybody doesn't have to go to the 5-star hotel. Just because your sister Janine did that for their last carnival, you don't have to do that. Be comfortable. And we somehow we always forget the words or the terminology living within our means, right? And we're not saying, oh, you must just work hard and just buy enough to eat and thing. But once you plan properly, all the events that you want to go through in the holiday season, those things actually can become a reality.
Right.
And well, we touch on that. Let's talk about again. We're planning for the carnival season, and we're saying we need to save budget. We need to look into loans. But what about some people like to go to every single event that happens
Right. Yeah.
from January all the way down to December? From not even every weekend. If there's a function Tuesday, they're out Tuesday.
Right.
Function out on Thursday, they're out Friday, weekend, what's happening, what's going on? And it continues all the way down. And then you complain about prices and then you ask, well, why this so expensive and I can't afford that? But a lot of that partying money could be saved to the things that you really want to go to.
Right. And
I-
go ahead, sorry.
Well, as the older folks would say, you ain't got to go to every panda knock.
Right. That is true. And the thing about it is that some of us go to these events and we're not even interested in the event. We're not
sometimes you're
even
not even enjoying
interested
yourself.
in the experience that the event has to offer. We just go and it's like you go, you stand up, you watch everybody, you comment on people, you judge people. That is what you're paying money to do. When you could just stay home and save that money and actually do something that you enjoy doing. You don't have to go, as Kashif said, with every pan knock. It is not advised. It is not even healthy for your mental and your emotional state.
Correct.
You don't have to. If you know carnival is the time of the year where you're gonna enjoy yourself. If you know summer, you want to go away for this summer vacation, or you just want to catch a flight and go to this country that you always long to go. You save towards that, and you just do things that would make you feel happy and would make you feel worthwhile. Don't do things because you see the masses doing it. Maybe that's what they are interested in. So find your tribe and find what you're interested in and live happy. Like, yeah, don't miserable up yourself because you want to go where Stacy and Keisha are going, and you know you ain't gonna enjoy yourself doing what Stacy and Keisha like. That make no sense.
Lovely. I love those words. Find your tribe and be happy. You know, and ladies, let me do a quick segue because Delhi made mention of the second-hand and thrift shops, but why do you ladies like everything brand new every time you go out?
It's therapy.
It's therapy.
It's
therapeutic.
to put on a brand new outfit. It is. I can be honest.
It's the smell for me.
What's the smell for you?
It's the feeling of being able to say, yeah, I put together this outfit, especially if you sat down and match the outfit together and accessorize it and stuff like that. It's a joy of
But
this.
do you know, like, I know some women who might buy an outfit for an event or to go to something and they never wear it again.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
At least you're honest with yourself.
Yeah,
Well, you
yeah.
are the bad spender.
Yeah, I am. Like,
And
I
Delhi
am.
is the good saver.
Yeah, I am the bad spender. Like,
I haven't always been the good saver.
But you have to start somewhere.
Life
And you're
lessons.
here now.
Life
You're
lessons.
jobless. And,
but you
and
know,
yeah, you're going to marry it to eat later tonight. So
No, I'm not. I bought myself some shrimp popcorn from Rituals today. It's at home in the fridge. I'm gonna have that for dinner.
but shrimp popcorn ain't cheap, so
It is cheap to me. I think it's like $30 something.
some people can't afford that.
They could afford KFC.
But
point.
that point, Carla.
Okay.
Point, Carla.
But on the subject of clothing, guys, you know what would make your life easier? Accessories and a capsule wardrobe. I am telling you, get yourself a capsule wardrobe.
Can you
Shan, tell the people
explain
what the
to me?
capsule
Yes.
wardrobe is.
All right, so it's basically pieces that are plain in the colors black, gray, brown, white mostly, and you have, you're gonna have your favorite jeans. Certain pieces are like your favorite jeans. A black skirt that you could pair with any top. You have
jacket.
t-shirts. You must have a jean jacket, leather jackets. What else? A good black pants. You must have jeans, black jean,
Blue
khaki,
jeans.
a blue, dark blue, a light blue, and a gray jean. Plain, and these things are plain outfits that you could always pair with something that is colorful or something that is unique. So you're gonna always have clothes in your wardrobe, and even if you wear it more than once, the different accessories that you include in the outfit will make you look like you have on
A new
a new
outfit.
outfit. So that would help. So if you can invest, because we may get duty free,
Duty off.
duty off.
It's on right now from the
Oh, okay.
1st of November to the 31st of December.
This is something that you can research, buy pieces that complements your body, please. So if high-waist jeans complements your body, you know those are the jeans you're going to invest in. And you buy quality stuff that would last you as well. And you buy your capsule wardrobe, and you have that for the entire year. So you don't have to be spending money purchasing this ton load of outfits throughout the year. And trust me, it works. You just invest mostly in accessories as well. The nice bag, the nice watch, the nice shoes, the hair accessories, whatever you may have. And always have your hair well groomed. Always have a nice hairstyle as well. And you put together your capsule wardrobe, put on some pieces, accessorize it, and you're gonna look good. You're gonna look trendy. If you watch these stars, you hardly ever see them in these overly pretty stuff when they're just going out on the everyday journey. Always see them in some plain jean, a plain t-shirt, some normal shoes, or the shoes might be a name brand shoe, but is a plain black shirt, probably a plain jean,
White
and
shirt.
a white shirt, yes, a nice bag. You will see them have on the fancy watches though, the fancy jewelry though, but the outfit is capsule.
Shan, that is brilliant. And even me tonight, learning something new. What's it called again?
Capsule
A
wardrobe.
capsule wardrobe. And that seems very cost effective. And it seems to, bring home the point where you might always be looking to look different or new in the situation. And so you don't have to keep spending money, because you might have a series of events and you have to focus on money for the wardrobe and still the event. And then we're talking about drinks, food, all of that. And it adds up over time. Everything adds up. When you don't think it does, the KFC you go to every weekend adds up. Right? And so just to wrap up, because as I said, we're not trying to make anybody feel bad. We don't want anybody to feel like we're telling you spend your money like this. We all have our ways and means of dealing and budgeting. Some people have to set certain systems in place just to make sure that their personal behaviors don't get ahead of them.
Right.
And some people are a lot better with money. And we want you to look at the bigger picture. Don't look at just the now and say, oh, Keisha birthday today, Mary birthday tomorrow, and Jennifer birthday the day after. But what do I want? I have my priorities, my responsibilities. Write down in the book in a book, in a journal, whatever that you make, break down after your utilities, after you take care of your responsibilities, what you have left back, what you want to save, right? What do you think that you can give to a party, and then just go through the list of events. Do I really need to go to this one? But I mean, even like half the people them there, am I just going to show up just so that I said there, and or you could save your money and you're home, you're relaxed and you're comfortable and you're fresh for whenever the next thing happens. As Daddy said, you want to start looking into the loans and the bank systems. There are a lot of these troops and stuff. They have payment plans and start thinking about, okay, I don't need to use all of my money now. If I start paying X amount, by this time it's done, and I still have cash for emergencies, for anything I want to do. And I think that for the carnival season, you're going to be reveling hard after 2 years. And then you ain't got to start the Robin diet as soon as January start, or even worse, the bread and butter diet. Because January is like walking in the desert right after
Dry.
carnival. Dry. And my final advice before I leave you, get the books, man. A lot of men out there with money
Oh my
and
God.
and they're willing to give it away. Not me. Not me. Right?
I was
And
just about to say Kashif is
not me.
You see how
Your
quick he said
option
not me?
number
You
one.
see how quick he said not
I can't
me?
even put a books in my budget.
guys. If
Right.
you want looking for one,
I-
765-7160 Kashif right here. Option number one, yeah.
But
Guys, I hope that you took away a lot from the information that we provided in this short time span. My advice to you is to open a fixed account.
Right.
Have it. It runs for a year. So start it the first thing January. You start one. Another option that you have, another advice of mine is, it is always best to have two separate saving accounts. One should be for emergencies and the other one is for leisure. Your
Correct.
emergency savings should have at least minimum 6 months worth of funds that will take care of your utilities and food for 6 months. That is your emergency fund. And then the other one, you can spend that on whatever you want. Okay? So that would be my 2 cents. Shan, do you have any advice?
Yes, don't forget to look into the capsule wardrobe, guys. Of course, it's gonna make your life much easier. And look into stocks as well. Buying stocks. We're not too young to get into the stock market. Buy treasury bills, treasury notes,
Or shares?
or shares. Yeah, whatever have you. Invest your money. Allow your money to work for you. I know National Bank and Bank of Nevis are brokers for the stock market. You can go and inquire at their. I think Bank of Nevis has a brokers department, and National Bank, the finance department, usually help you to purchase the stocks and bonds and whatever have you. This is
Yeah.
something that you can start now. You're gonna spend the money. It's best if you spend the money to buy stocks and then
And
you
get
get
a
back
return.
something than to spend the money and then you ain't get back nothing. So
Spend
even
your
if you
money
have
for
an extra
smiles.
$100, you go, you see what you can invest in, you keep investing, keep investing. As we grandparents used to say, one full basket. It's gonna come a time when you're gonna get a nice check in your hand and you'll be like, oh wow, this is a good return. You didn't basically
Expected.
you didn't expect it and you didn't buy these stocks in vain. All right, guys, you're listening to Off the Record with your host Shandeli and Kashif. We're gonna take a short break and we're gonna come back with our letter to OTR. Now, if you haven't been updated with our letter for this week, go on our Facebook, our Instagram, or our Twitter and get familiarize yourself with it rather, and join the conversation. Remember, you can call us on WhatsApp call at 765-7160, or you can call us on straight line at 466-0903. And if you're on the live stream, you can comment. We are reading the comments. We are reading the comments. All right, guys. See you soon.
Oh, and we're back again with Off the Record. On to our next section, which is the letter to OTR. And I hope you guys are ready for this one because it's throwing me down right now. And we'll get right into it. The title goes, My Girlfriend Had an Affair with Her Baby Daddy. Dear OTR, help me out here. 2 years ago, I met whom I thought would be the love of my life. Let's call her Shamika. We met on the strip and I instantly fell in love with her. Over the months, I found out so much about her. She had a child, and red flag number one, she lived with her baby daddy over in Nevis. Now, for some reason, that would normally turn me off. But as I tell you, my emotions were growing expeditiously, and I just felt like she was the one. I went out of my way. I gave her my money. I took care of her child, and she still told me the situation with her baby daddy was very complicated. But because I wanted to be with her, I didn't care. If she lived with him and I didn't care that she was a whole island away, I just knew that she would find a way out of the situation and that we would be together. On my days off, when I went to Nevis to see her, I would book a hotel, giving her living circumstances. And we would always spend the weekend there, and when she came to St. Kitts, she would stay with me. OTR, we were like one happy family. I looked after her son. I bought her an iPhone 13 Pro Max, among other things. And as the time went by, I just knew it was the time to do more. I went out of my way to look for an apartment because I wanted us to be together officially. I also realized that I wanted this woman to be my wife. So I went out and bought an engagement ring and proposed. She said no. I was torn to pieces. I asked why she said no, and she said it was because she was still in love with her baby daddy, and that she's been sleeping with him this whole time. I couldn't believe it and became enraged. I cussed her out, and I took back everything I gave her, including the iPhone, and I sold the engagement ring. I could not believe this woman that I sacrificed so much for did this to me. I'm so upset, I think I'm losing my mind. Was I wrong? I'm going to take a hit of rum and be back with my response.
Was he
Wow.
wrong? Was he wrong for what? Was he wrong for spending money on her, or was he wrong for taking back the stuff? Like, what he asking? Was he wrong for what, really?
Everything. Was he wrong for being naive?
Of course.
Okay. Was he wrong for buying her stuff even though she lived with her baby daddy, ignoring the red flag?
Of course.
Was he wrong to take back the stuff he bought her?
Of course.
He was wrong to take back the
Yes.
stuff.
We don't. I mean, you're supposed to be able to buy. If you buy something for your partner, it's supposed to. You're supposed to be able. Guys, we laughing because Kimi said his mother should bang him on the live. Lord Kimi. Lord Kimi. But yeah, if you buy some, I believe that if you buy something for somebody when you're in a relationship with them, no matter how enraged you are, no matter how you guys end, you shouldn't take it back from them, no matter what. Under no circumstance.
I mean, I agree. I think it doesn't even have to be in like a relationship. Once you give someone a gift
Right,
and they receive it, it's their property now.
right.
Actually, that's the law, you know.
That's the law.
If you give someone something, you buy something, and you give it to them, it is now theirs. They own it. So for you to come back and take it as if it's yours, it's wrong. It's wrong. If this young lady went to the police and complained that he took the phone, stole it because it's not his, he would have to give it back.
Well, just imagine right about now that the young lady is listening and she going to the police tomorrow.
Well,
So
good.
the guy who came for help is about to be arrested.
Let her go, because I find it to be very whatless in Kittitian dialect for him to take back the stuff. When you bought her these things, you bought it out of love. Just because your love is now tainted, it does not give you the authority, or it doesn't put you in the right to go and take this stuff back.
I agree, but let's look at it from his point of view. This guy was obviously obsessed, head over heels, like stupidly in love, right? And to hear no, and to hear the crushing thing, thinking that, oh, I'm her safe place, I'm the person that's saving her. And then to throw it in your face that you've basically been used. I mean, the man probably went crazy. He probably went crazy, and the only thing that he could have done was react in anger.
First of all, he saw the red flag from the get-go. I will never date a man who live with his child mother. I don't care what he make up. God could come down and tell me daily day with him, and I'm gonna say, God, watch me in my black face. Oh, you look stupid?
Well,
No. That could
different
never make
strokes
sense
for
to
different
me.
folks.
It could never make sense to me. It makes no sense.
It doesn't, but I'm trying to be apathetic to the situation and to our writer.
But to me, like, this female, she ain't got nothing about her. Because if you're living with your baby daddy, you come out one night, you meet a new dude on the strip, and you start courting, dating this guy. How you dating a guy? So you would go out on dates with this guy and then go back home to your baby daddy? And
Yeah, like normal.
Like normal.
How?
Clearly, she accustomed. You're gonna go ask her, young lady, if you're
And then-
listening, tell us how you did it.
And then this guy, did he think that he was the only guy she was dating though? Because if she could live with her baby father, she did not try to leave the baby father house or whoever house it is. She didn't throw him out. They were, she was comfortably living with him, and he met her, and they started dating. Did he really think? How you guys think? Did he? Could he possibly have thought that he was the only one?
Yes,
For
clearly.
me,
Cause
I
she
wouldn't
tell
trust
him
that situation. Yeah, some people do believe that. you
the
know.
man was in love at first sight. The man, he was in love
wasn't
at
stupid at
first
first
sight.
sight.
So
Yeah, 'cause I in
whatever she
love.
tell him, whatever sweet talk she whisper, you're like, I live with my baby daddy, but we ain't nothing. He's the one I want.
Retarded.
So don't watch nothing. We ain't like having no relations or anything like
I
that.
mean, that
That's how she
happens, though.
whispered to him.
That happens though in like real life though.
But this is real life.
Yeah, so it's like, so all these situations happen. I've had a personal situation where I'm at work and a young lady, she came up to do like a videography type thing, and she tells my coworker, "Oh, I like the way he dresses. I like the way his pants fit him." Legit, her words, not mine, right? So then he then tells me this, and then she walks up to me because she's like, okay, he knows now. And then she just completely begins to unload on me and give her all her baggage. She still lives with her child's father in a certain part of the island that I will not say. She adopted a special needs child, and both of them live with him, and he don't take care of them. And I'm just like, wait, because I'm just there with my mouth open, like, you're telling me all of this just after telling me you like to see me, and I'm just like, how do I unpack all of this? Like she was like waiting for a response, and I'm like, I'll take your number, I'll call you. So then she goes, my coworker's like, that was a lot, wasn't it? And I was like, you think? You think?
At least you had enough, I don't want to say sense, but you were able to pinpoint that, yeah, this was not it. But this
Right.
guy, he was not able to recognize that. And he
Yeah.
moved forward with the relationship.
Yeah.
They got serious. He used to go to Nevis to see her. I mean, the fact that
And book
you
a
got to go
hotel.
in a hotel,
Yeah.
that should have been bothering you. But I guess he had a faith in her, and he believed that nothing was happening with the baby daddy. But of course, you can't go to the house because, the guy probably won't like it. Maybe the house is his and he just allowing her to stay there, but nothing is happening for the sake of the child.
For the sake of the
It's
child.
believable. I mean, it is believable.
In-
It's
in
believable.
the book of trickery, I guess.
Right.
It is believable though. That's the point. So this guy, he believed it. He was naive. He believed it. He loved her. So he went along with it. They got serious, and he was man enough to step up and to help her with the child, and the child is not his.
Right.
He was man enough to step up. At the end of the day, this girl did him dirty, and he didn't deserve it.
Did he not?
I mean, I wouldn't
If
say
you
he
do
deserved
stupid
it.
things, you get stupid what?
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Okay, well,
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't say he deserves it. I wouldn't say he deserves it because he was naive. Maybe this was one of his first relationships.
I see Creamy sending some stuff in the chat there. She says he really thinks she living with your baby daddy and sleeping with him every night and nothing going on.
exactly. Right, Creamy. Thank you. He deserved
Maybe they're
it.
sleeping in different rooms.
Come
Separate-
on, Deli.
Maybe it's a two-bedroom house, Shan, you ain't know.
What we grandparents used to say, all firewood easy to catch or something. Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
all firewood easy to catch.
So you want to tell me that you're comfortable enough to live? Y'all have to understand what living means, See, me a road and live with me are two different things.
Fact.
Living with your baby father, that means you guys have some sort of understanding. You're comfortable enough to stay there because nothing going on in the household that is causing you such discomfort for you wanting to claw your way out of there. You're comfortable, obviously, because you're comfortable to say, oh, I live with my baby father. You just there. right? And you coming out of your house, going on dates with different men, going in hotels to sleep with different men, doing things with different men, and like nothing in your heart, nothing in your conscience say, no, boy, I have to do better for my child. Like
Maybe
this
that's
time
her
like,
way of doing
nothing-
better, because the
nothing
other man
at all.
was helping.
nothing at all in your
So-
conscience, nothing.
I mean, my question is like, how many guys were, you know, a part of this whole situation, or was it just these two
Right.
persons? Was there a third? Was there a fourth?
Well, you never know. You never know. But I don't know if she had enough time. Or she split her time between baby and sideman, because clearly he's a sideman.
Clearly,
Right. Like he took on the role and he wanted right. He took on the sideman role.
He didn't know. He thought he was the main
he
man.
thought he was the main man.
How
and
could he think that he was the main man?
he
and
just
she
started a
doesn't-
situation.
She lives with her baby daddy.
Yeah,
He
but
just
they
thought
just
this-
live
yeah.
together. They're not involved.
He just thought a
He
situation
could not
was.
have been that daft. He could not have been that daft. Maybe
Well,
he was vying. He wanted. Maybe he knew. He was well aware that things were going on in that relationship, but he just wanted to say, man, better man, are you gonna be the better man? So are you gonna do these things to make her fall in love with me? And
I
could
don't
say
think so.
That yes, at the end of the day,
I don't think so.
I take you. He baby. I going with
Shan,
the baby mother.
Shan,
Because
you
there
know,
is no other logical
Shan,
explanation
you
as to why
know.
that guy is.
Shan, you know, women, we can make up stories
Yeah,
and we
y'all
can
are
make anything
very
sound
manipulative.
true. You don't, and especially when the person love you, anything you said to them,
Yeah.
it could not make any liquor sense. They would believe you.
Because they want you
Make it worse if they ain't got no sense.
I trust
Oh
you, so
my
you should
gosh.
so, you know, you should
I
trust me.
believe that he wholeheartedly believed every word she told him. I believe that. And based on the fact that he himself stated that he became enraged to the point where he cussed her out. He cussed her out. He took back everything. This guy was in love. He was
He was in love,
completely
and
in
he
love.
was hurt.
He believed everything that she told him. He went out of his way. He found an apartment for them to live in. He proposed. Anybody going to propose and there is any side men unless they're trying to manipulate you?
And I
This
just
man
about to
was
say that's
building a
possible too.
family. This man was building a family. And she had the audacity to tell the man no. After he done take care of she child. The man done take on a whole jean jacket like Chantel one.
Wow. Well, Queen me say I was born in the night, but not last night.
Well, clearly he might have been last night. You never know.
Really? And he said maybe she and the baby daddy are not in a relationship but still sleep together.
Obviously.
Well,
Obviously.
well, yeah, because she did state that she's still sleeping.
I
with
mean,
him.
but she stated that when the proposal
Puzzle
came up.
right.
So if he's been dating her and doing this for a month to a year, the man go rent an apartment, the man spending money, he a boops, he not budgeting. He buying iPhone 13
and that
Pro
just come out
Max.
when last year.
Yeah.
So
And he going to rent a whole apartment. I mean, it's one or the other for me, eh? Even if it was Mumu in love, you ain't getting both. And he still buy an engagement ring.
yeah.
Which means he about to pay for a wedding.
True.
I mean, he saw a future.
Yeah, this
With
man, he
her.
was building a whole future with this young
Lucifer
lady.
was an angel to you know.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Kashif. This guy, he needs some relationship advice for the future.
I think he needs therapy for after all of this trauma, because he must be traumatized after this.
He gonna be okay, man. He ain't a child. Just, you gonna be cool. Check it off. Just don't be
I
naive
don't think
again.
that is easy for him to shake it off, given the circumstances that he outlet. This was a pretty lengthy letter. Like you could feel the emotions coming out through this letter. As much as I would clown him and say, you know, he was stupidly in love. I mean, and I don't understand how he get himself tangled in this triangle or this entanglement, but we have to appreciate the fact that this man stepped up was willing to be a stepfather, was willing to be a boyfriend, was willing to be a husband, was willing to be a provider, was willing to be a protector for that woman. And I find that sometimes, not all the time, women take these kinds of men for granted. Maybe she was just there because she was getting things from him because he seems to be a giver.
Yeah.
So maybe she was just there to get.
Well, she got a whole iPhone 13. She was waiting on the Apple Watch
She
and the
she
MacBook.
got it and then, lost it.
Yeah.
She ain't lost it. He take it back, and she need to go police station to get back she things.
I don't think that she should, to be honest. I think that she have already caused him enough trauma, already caused him enough hurt. So at this point in time, just cut ties and move on. Because there's absolutely nothing that this girl could tell this boy or this man that will make him feel better about the situation.
Because to be honest, she really ain't deserve it, eh?
Yeah.
After all these things that she behind his back doing, dogging
Yeah.
him out, she don't deserve it.
Was she
Getting
I
dogged out.
don't think he should have taken it back, really.
Well,
But
remember
she didn't deserve it, and I guess ultimately that's why he took it back.
I think the ultimate part of the question is, was he wrong? So do we feel that he was wrong?
I feel that he was wrong to start dating her
In the first place.
in the first place. That's where everything went wrong. And I feel like he was wrong to take back the phone and to take back the wedding ring. He should have just, because the thing about it is that you made this bed for yourself. You saw the red flags and you decided to ignore them. And he has to take some accountability within himself, understanding that I basically pursued this woman knowing fully well her circumstances, her situation. She did not change, He met her in the same circumstance.
She stayed in the
She
same
stayed in the
Stayed
same
in the same
circumstance.
yes.
She chose the same circumstance. She chose to stay there.
That's true.
So he has to take some accountability on his end and understand that you made this bed. So lying it and taking it back, was it worth it? Because what are you going to do with the phone now? Are you going to sell it?
Use it.
Use it.
And what are you going to do with the ring now? You
Well,
can't be
he
giving it
sell
to your
it.
next woman.
He said he sold
I mean,
it.
why
Oh,
not?
he sold it.
Yeah, he sold it.
Oh.
He
Imagine a
sold
couple
it.
that actually, imagine the man who going to propose with this ring, not knowing the backstory for this ring.
All that bad juju.
Yeah,
On
on
the
the
ring.
ring.
He might be getting the same treatment too.
I hope not.
I
really
hope
hope
not.
not. I really hope not. I really, really hope not. And
I can't imagine somebody proposing to me and having to say no. Like, I would feel so bad having to tell them no. Or me proposing to somebody and they telling me no. You could imagine how crushed you would feel.
Add more to that if it's in public.
Oh my gosh.
You have a whole peanut gallery.
That's crazy. I can't imagine how he felt. I mean, well, he did state that he was so enraged he cussed her out.
He cussed her out. Was that in public or was that?
Well, he
didn't
didn't
cuss
state.
her out.
He didn't state whether or not it was in public, but I hope it was in private
See?
for his sake.
even Creamy said she ain't do nothing wrong. Literally,
What do you mean she ain't do nothing
did-
wrong?
He met her in the situation. What did she do? Like, okay, let us unpack this. What
She
did
lied.
do wrong?
First of all, that was wrong. She lied
did she lie
about.
with?
She lied about the situation.
How?
I'm pretty sure she didn't tell him in the beginning that she was still sleeping with her
Sleeping
baby daddy.
because maybe that would have
She did
changed
not.
how he felt.
It
about
was
her.
not full transparency.
Mm-hmm.
She did not state that to him. He did not know. So he is out here building this relationship on a foundation that is sand, basically. And you know, once sand gets wet, it's over. And it got wet. The proposal wetted, and that was it from there. She had to tell him everything. You waste his
Facts.
money. You waste his money buying a ring.
But how could he have not seen the signs?
He
Maybe
was blinded by love. What did we say last
Exactly.
week?
Love is blind.
I just can't sympathize with him. I mean, I pick you up for stepping up. You're gonna find. I feel like you're gonna find the right woman for you. And please don't carry this baggage into your next relationship. Like, heal, go to therapy. You know, always going to lie, go to therapy. Take some
I
time to
think we need a
heal.
resident therapist for off the record.
For after it, like go therapy, heal, go through the healing process. Do what you have to do to get over this, but understand that you have to take some accountability
Correct.
because you knew. I don't know if men have intuition too, but common sense, logic. There's a men that think logically. The maths
Sometimes.
wasn't mathsing up. Like it wasn't mathsing. You met her at this trip. Y'all started dating. She tell you she with you. So she leave Nevis, come over this trip to basically look man. So you know what she was doing when she was in
She
Nevis?
was
Oh, you
trying
know,
to
he
find
ain't
a
look her.
sucker.
She ain't looking.
Yeah, but she
he
ain't had
look
to
her.
accept.
Maybe he was so handsome she couldn't deny him. Maybe he was just like
And then went home probably in a night
beautiful, and she
and
just
cuddle up
Maybe.
with she baby
resist.
father. How
So-
was your
so that she
night?
couldn't
Oh, it
res-
was
she
good.
couldn't, you know, if he was like so debonair and so handsome, why she just didn't give up the baby daddy and say, yes, I'm going to marry him.
Well, maybe the baby daddy was just as handsome. How do you pick between
Oh, wow.
Denzel Washington and his twin?
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Exactly.
wow.
How do you choose? So maybe she just had a difficult time.
She didn't have no difficult time. She just wanted she cake and eat it too.
Jen, you ain't
No.
giving nobody the benefit of the
No.
doubt tonight.
She
Nobody at
just
all.
wanted she cake and eat it too. Because if she wanted to be out from underneath she baby daddy, she would have accepted the proposal knowing fully well that she's going to be married to a man who can provide and protect her.
And move into the
And
apartment.
move into the apartment. She don't want to leave she baby father. That means some connection going on. Then don't tell me that you're staying with your baby father because you basically declining a proposal to be with a man who you know can provide for you because I not say kind of child. The child could go over to Nevis weekends or whatever, but the child could be with you or whomever. What do they call that? Co-parenting.
Co-parenting,
Still is. It still exists. She has something with she baby father. And she didn't want to leave she baby father. She wanted the best of both worlds. Maybe she baby father was broke and she see this nice money man coming, could buying things for the child, making she life easier.
Mm-hmm.
But she just didn't want to commit to this new man.
Maybe she don't want to commit to the baby father either, so maybe she said no to
Maybe
the
she's
guy.
a free agent.
Yeah, I was just about to say, so now she got to look for another, possible source of income.
Maybe
'Cause
he
the
was
guy
a
get
sugar
too
daddy
close.
and he didn't even know.
That
That's
happened.
a
That happened.
That's a
Maybe he
point.
was a sugar daddy and he did not even know,
That's
which
a
is
point.
crazy. He
Um,
out here buying rings and getting apartments and he ain't even know. Oh,
Yes,
sis looking is the sugar. I mean, clearly he was getting sugar too, so she played her
There
part
was
really
a
well.
question in the chat that asked if he said how long he was dating her for. I think he mentioned when he met her, but
Yeah.
not how long he was dating
I think
her
he
for.
said 2 years. Is it 2 years?
I don't
I think he said 2 years ago he met her. So I guess they've been dating for 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
2
2
years
years
ago.
ago I met whom I thought was the love of my
And
life.
the fact that he would have sent this letter, we would assume it was recently. So
Yeah.
let's give them about roughly 2 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was enough time for him to get to know her, but
2 years is good enough time. Some people get married after a month, 2 months. You never know. And
that's a
then,
shotgun wedding there.
then we have to recognize then the 2 years would have put them dating during the pandemic. So we don't even know the dynamics now. Maybe she was just
Lockdown.
using him as an escape from her
Yeah.
current situation. You know, during COVID, it was really hard for people financially and mentally. So maybe she used him as a mental escape, like somebody who is attentive and looking after her, looking out for her. And then when she goes back to her regular life, quote unquote, then she has to deal with whatever nuisances that already exist there.
So you want to tell me 2 years, in the 2 years span, you dating this woman that live with your baby daddy, and no time during the 2 years, she thought of getting out from under her baby daddy. What? And you mentioned COVID, which means that we would have to be in quarantine. So she more than likely should have been in quarantine with either she baby daddy or she would have to come down sometimes and maybe quarantine with him.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds
Because
possible.
hotel wasn't open during lockdown time, not true? He could not have gone to Nevis. Could he have gone to Nevis and get a hotel during lockdown time?
I don't think so.
don't
Exactly.
think so.
The majority of the lockdown, I'm guessing, would have been spent with your baby daddy. Like, what did he think? I don't know.
They were singing Kumbaya and eating conkles.
Conquers and just teaching the child about life.
Yeah,
So
life lessons, Shan.
there are comments saying he ain't asked nobody in Nevis about her. With technology, and so these kind of things ain't supposed to happen. All his fault. Take his L and move on. Big lesson learned. I think we gotta make Queenie the official blunt personnel for
For OTR.
OTR because we have to be very civil on the radio, but we cannot control the comments of Queenie.
That is true. So maybe Creamy, you're our first ambassador. How about that? How about
Ambassador
that?
Creamy.
Yeah, guys. So we are winding down. Can you give our letter writer your final piece of advice?
All right. So for you, I would say that it's understandable that you felt deeply for this situation, and maybe to no fault of your own, this might have been the first one you encountered, but you were in love, and things did not go your way. And I could understand where you felt betrayed, but two wrongs don't make a right. And I believe that you were wrong for, taking back the items, cussing her out, and I think maybe you should reflect on it, because take the moment out to grow from it and be a better person for the next person that comes around after you heal from her. But, be more aware of your situation and just keep going forward and, learn to love and love to learn.
It's your fault. Nobody sent you. You saw all the red flags. You need to take some accountability. I do not agree with you taking back the things. However, I'm gonna get a little tiny bit of sympathy because, yeah, she did you dirty. But next time you're going to court someone and enter into a relationship, please take your time, get to know the person.
Proper vetting.
Yes, ask
Questions about her.
Listen to me. Social media, ask about this person. No matter if they say you do your due diligence, we call that due diligence. That's a fancy word for it. I'm not gonna send you to go stalk nobody, but ensure that you have all necessary facts about this person as much as you can before you go down on one knee, go propose to anybody else's daughter. Take your time, mine. It's a rough world out here. But you need to take some accountability, yes? You see the red flags and you decided to ignore them. So I bet you, when you see the red flags them from now on, you ain't gonna think it's carnival. You gonna adhere to them and you're gonna say, I saw this already and I'm not going to make this mistake twice. You were wrong to take back this stuff. Don't go back, go contact the people in data and go get them back nothing. Just leave it, go heal from it and move on with your life. That's the best I could say.
So basically, I share the same sentiments as you, Chantel. And as Kashif, I do believe that he was wrong. He was, in fact, wrong. You gave her the stuff, you shouldn't have taken them back. You would have seen the red flags, you ignored them. So you taking back the stuff because of your lack of being able to see what was actually going on makes no sense to me. You cursing her out. I mean, to be honest, you were right to tell her how you felt. I don't agree in demeaning anyone, but I can understand and sympathize with that happening because of how you felt in the moment. I think you need to move on. You need to reflect. You need to take accountability because you were a part of the relationship. You made decisions, you made choices, you did those on your own, no one forced you. So you have to accept the fact that these are things that you did. You did it out of love. So don't be too hard on yourself. Just accept the situation, learn from it, reflect, become a better person, a better version of yourself. I hope that you meet someone who is going to compliment you and treat you the way that you're supposed to be treated. And that would be my advice. So guys, This is the end of another lovely episode of Off the Record with your host, Shan, Kashif, and myself, Deli, the big bad one. Yes. So we are looking forward to seeing you guys again next week. We hope you enjoyed the show tonight. It was a lot of vibes, always vibes with us. We look forward to seeing you guys next week. Remember, share the live, tell your friends about us, tell your family about us, tell your side check, your side link, your sneaky link, your side dish, whatever you want to call them, your best friend, everybody. Tell everybody. And good night, guys. See you guys next week.
Bye.
All right, good night.
Opinions and statements made by the host and participants in this program are not those of the owners, advertisers, and management company of Sugar City FM